Hello and welcome to Topham Chats, the show where I chat to various members of the Rooster Teeth community. My guest this week is the awesome Raph. Hey Raph, how's it going?
Hello, everyone. It's going pretty well. A little tired, but hanging in there, surviving.
Yeah, what is it to be not tired, I guess? How am I asking that
Oh
question? I
man,
don't know.
that's something I haven't felt in a really long time. Barely remember how that goes. From what I've heard though, it's quite pleasant. Maybe one day I'll be able to
Yeah,
experience it.
yeah, definitely. But there's always things going on. It's just like, yeah, I wish I could have just a moment of rest. Like I just sit and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be well rested, and then I've written for 2 hours. And I'm just like, I think I've made a mistake here, but
Yeah,
I've got lots of work done, so it's
exactly.
okay.
I have that thing. It's like I'll try to rest and chill out, and then it just my mind goes mental, and I'm like, I have to fucking be doing something. I can't just be sitting here wasting time. You know?
Yeah, it's like I've got free time, but it's not really free time because I know I can get stuff done. And it's just like, oh god, really, brain, really, really. But anyway, let's start as I start most episodes rather than rambling and ask you, Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
Yeah.
That is a tough question because
Yes, yes it is.
lately I've been watching more Rooster Teeth stuff, and
Okay.
for gaming stuff I've actually been doing more Game Grump, watching more of Game Grump stuff, so I haven't really caught up with Achievement Hunter.
Ah, okay.
Um it's one of those things also that I've gotten into super marathoning Netflix series, or anything that's on Netflix. I'll just marathon it as I'm working on whatever, schoolwork or just doing something on the side.
Yeah.
And I just happened to never think about hey, I should probably turn on a gaming video. I just tend to go straight to Netflix right away. And so I'm gonna have to go Rooster Teeth because I feel like that's more the chilled out, when I'm hanging, really just kicking back and just watching something. Because I feel like
Okay.
it's quicker to watch, rather
Yeah, a
than
lot of the things are about 5 to 10 minutes long
yeah. So I
and
could have it in
easily
small doses.
accessible. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ah, cool. So, where did I want to go with that? Why? How did you discover Rooster Teeth?
I discovered Rooster Teeth through two of my best friends, which at the time I've just met those guys, and that's Rowan and Hey Jambi off the site. And Mark is actually one of the people that I have on IMU with me now, and he's basically my fucking uh, blundering sidekick, to put it in best terms, for most of our videos that we put out lately. Um, and it was just happened that we were working one day, and at that point I wasn't really into gaming. I had stopped for a while, and they kept going on with these references, and I was like, "What the fuck are you idiots on about? What is this shit? You got to tell me." And they told me about it, and I was like, it sounds kind of stupid, whatever. I don't really fucking care. Because I was, the cool kid back then, quotes. Um,
Cool. Oh
yeah, I
yes.
tried to be
What
big,
a
bad, and
weird
tough.
perception.
Yeah, that was a failure in my life. Um, and then it happened that one week I was just really sick, and I was like, fuck it, I'm in bed. I'm gonna give this Rooster Teeth red versus blue thing a try. And within about 2 hours, I was hitting up Rowan like, "This is the fucking best thing ever. How did I never know about this shit?" So and then it was just it was down the rabbit hole from there.
Ah, cool. Was it pretty instantly that you were just like, "Oh, get on the site," or was it like you'll watch the rest of the stuff and then come back into it later and be like, "This stuff's still going on," and then
Uh,
jump into the community side of things?
Essentially, I didn't join the community until about a year after watching Red versus Blue because I didn't really know there was more to the site other than the videos because I never really looked into it.
Hmm.
And just one time I was like, "Oh, there's actually a community in here, and there's people that like video games and stuff. And fuck it, let's jump into this and let's see what happens." That was just continuing down the rabbit hole further and further until I've reached this point where I am now.
Ah, cool.
Yep.
So, I guess what I want to know is what kept you in the community? What was it about it that was just like, oh yeah, let's do things, let's play games? Was it that there were people all interacting and having fun? You're just like, I want to be a part of that, so you jumped in, or was it just I don't know. I want to
Uh,
just ask and explore on that.
what kept me on the site, I guess, was essentially one of the first people I ever talked to on the site was Drewy. and just having interactions with him, and it was just like cool to talk with somebody that wasn't in the U.S. and not somebody that I saw in person all the time, but they still had like the same likes as me, and we could like talk shit about the videos and about gaming, and then we could actually play it together. It was just like, hey, there's more people to game with, because usually I would just be gaming with Mark or Rowan, or Rowan and his wife, and just it was a nice little variety to have more people to play with, and just having interactions and talking about random things, and just like it's I started just going full on like geek and just embracing it and remembering how much I love this type of shit when I was younger, and not really having people like that around when I was younger kind of drove me away from it. And just seeing that how many people in the community are into these kinds of things, I guess that's what just kept me around.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you're a pretty well-known member of the community, so I'm just like, someone that's always posting stuff around, and I was just like, that's awesome. Especially like when I jumped into, I guess the group of people that I would associate as the first people that I've met.
Hmm.
Um, on the community site, you were definitely one of them, and I was like, oh my god, all these people that are just all so friendly and awesome, and just yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I was like listening to the IMU podcast back when you did it, and it was just like, these people are all doing something. And it's awesome. So like, I back then was just like, this is so inspiring. What if I can do something like this? And it's just, yeah, like for me, it was a very very much a case of, all these people are already doing things around here. Because despite my account turning 7 recently,
Hmm.
I've only been using the site for about 2 years or so.
Oh wow,
So it's just like,
I didn't know you were on here for 7 years. Like, yeah, I didn't know
yeah,
you had an
I
account for 7 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've had an account for 7 years, and I
Hmm.
haven't really used it for 7 years. Like, I went to university, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just sign up because I've got nothing else to do. And then I pretty much watched the videos and then forgot about it, and then went back to it way later.
Hmm.
And I was just like, I better jump into it. And yeah, I just tried to sign up with the email address that I had, and I couldn't because there was already an account there. So I was like, oh, I must have done something.
Right.
So yeah, I just got back into it. I was like, oh god, that's crazy. And yeah, and then I just like kind of just wrote journals with no substance behind them. I was just like, oh, this is cool, blah 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 blah. I never reached out to anyone.
Right.
And then something happened. I don't even know what it was, and I was just like, I should reach out to people. And like from there, it's just like, oh my god, everyone's amazing. And
Yeah.
yeah, it just
It's
snowballed
like
like
you're
that.
fucking
And it's
hooked,
just
and
like,
you just need a fix at that point. I had a similar situation where I would just post random crap. I think one of the first journals I posted was that I was going to New York Comic Con, and I was really excited because it was the first time I was going to a con. And I was
yeah,
like, "Who's gonna come out? This and that." It's like, keep in mind, I had like no friends on the site, and I'm just like blurting out like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna meet people. This is gonna be great." And there was like no replies to it, and I was like, "Huh, okay. I guess maybe this site isn't like maybe people aren't so active as I thought." But
mm.
and then after a while, like after reaching out to people, you really see like people are active. You just gotta take that step forward and go with it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to put something in to get something out of it, which
Exactly.
is like my mantra with the community. If I want to get something out, I've got to, like, if I put a song out and I'm just like, I want people to check it out, I've got to check out other people's music or other people's videos and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Because for me, that's the way it works. You've got to check out other people's things and see what they're doing to get some, at least, honest feedback on what you're doing. But it's just, yeah, it's just the whole way the community is kind of structured that everyone wants to work together, but everyone helps one another out, and that's just what I adore about the community anyway.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, cool. Let's move on from that and let's talk a little bit about Game Grumps because you've already mentioned them. I think they're very entertaining. Which series have you been enjoying recently that they've been doing?
Well, I did used to like sit there and watch large chunks of their series. Nowadays, it's just like again, like I mostly sit on Netflix, so whenever I
Okay.
get like a spare moment, I'll just like throw whatever the newest video is just on and just kind of watch it.
Mm-hmm.
um, I guess it's just like a nice little reset from all the shit that's going on. So it's never like I don't really dedicate my time to a full series from them unless I really like it and I have the time. Most of the time, just like I'll watch whatever the hell the first video is. I think the last one I watched was the first Luigi's Mansion one that they released right before Halloween.
Yeah, I've watched all of those. They're
Mhm.
like really enjoyable. But I like them playing Mario games, so I watched like Super Mario 3D Land as well, and
Oh
that
yeah,
was like,
that one I actually watched a few episodes of, and it was pretty fucking amazing.
yeah. I think like I don't really watch many of their videos, but I do watch like the ones that I think look interesting, like also the Pokemon Fire Red one as well. That was just genius as well.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty fucking amazing too.
Yeah, but yeah, their game modes are pretty cool. Like I'll watch them certainly. So let's talk about other things. If I only I could remember where my brain is going. This is wonderful. So you enjoy the community side of things. We talked about Game Grumps and things like that. Is there anything else online that you enjoy jumping into, or does a lot of your time get taken up elsewhere?
Well, a site that I actually frequent very often is tapature.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's basic.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is.
It's essentially like an image hosting site where you could get a little button that you could tap images and you could upload it to that site. And you got different categories like humor, motivational things, women, men, tattoos, animals, fucking like it's like whatever you could tap, it comes on there.
Mhm.
And it's an offshoot of the Chive, I believe, because that's where I found it. And it's one of those things that is constantly being updated, and there's usually cool shit on there, whether it's like geeky stuff or fucking I don't know, quotes, art, whatever. So it's like I'll just like flip through that like every so often because it updates so much that there's always just cool shit on there, and that's where actually I get a lot of my pictures for all the motivational posts that I do is usually off that because there's so much on there that you could spend hours just kind of like looking out over everything and still not be finished.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I see that you post a lot of motivational things around the place. Is that just to like amp people up, or is there another like meaning behind it? Is it do you use it to amp yourself up as well and be like, I get motivated by this, you should get motivated by this as well?
Well, essentially that's how it started out was when I was first doing the Fit for RTX thing last
Mhm.
year. It was like, hey, I'm gonna do these posts to kind of like psych myself up every Monday right before hitting the gym, and maybe it might help people get like really into it as well and hype them up. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just roll with it. And I've gotten some good feedback from people that they really look forward to those posts, and it actually like gives them some motive. I'm sorry, fucking soda's like coming up.
Rubbish.
Yeah, and that they'll look at the post, and it actually does give them motivations on Mondays, and like they thank me for it. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like that, essentially that was like the whole point is like to hype myself up and give some people motivation as well. And if it's happening, that's wonderful.
Okay, cool. Um, so yeah, one of the things I'm curious about is what inspires you to do all the things that you do. Um, just because inspiration's everywhere, really. But where do you channel your inspiration from? I guess it's quite a deep question, but
Yeah, dude. If I believe me, I've thought about this shit, and it's like fuck if I know, man. Half the time I do shit just like it pops into my head and I just roll with it. I can't say that I have any like idols or role models or anything like that. It just kind of like with the motivational posts, it was just kind of something that popped in my head and I just rolled with it. Or like any of the video ideas that we have. Like I guess sometimes watching other people's stuff, something might spark in my head. And it's like, hey, this might be a cool spin-off to do something in these manners. Let's fucking just go with it and see what happens. Um, I can't say that I have any like just like any place to go to specifically when I'm looking for inspiration. Um,
mhm.
just kind of like I guess it comes out of my head. If that like
Yeah,
makes
no,
any
that's cool.
sense. It really is a deep question, and truthfully, I don't have a solid answer for it, man.
Okay, that's cool. Well, let's talk a little bit about the channel that you run alongside the other people. The IMU channel. How did it all get started, and what are you up to working on at the moment?
Well, IMU started with when me and Drew first started talking. We would just spend like fucking hours sitting on Skype and gaming and just like bullshitting and trying to like reach out to the community and meet more people. And one day Drew was like, "Hey, we should start a podcast." And I was like, all right, fuck it. You know, I was like a few beers deep. I was like, let's fucking do this. Yeah, so we started posting these journals like, oh, we're gonna fucking make this happen. We're gonna include people from the community. And then one day Drew just like started a Skype chat with everybody in it. And we started
Hmm.
meeting more people. And then we had one of the first games that I ever played with other people than Drew was with Rima and Ash, because Ash had built something in Minecraft, and he was looking for people to play with. And I know Rowan was actually talking to Ash at that time, and he was supposed to play, but Rowan had to work. And I
Uh-huh.
remember I was talking, I was like, "Fuck it, you know, I'll play. Like your ass is at work. I'll fucking join up. I got nothing to do." We started talking. I was like, "Oh hey, my friend Drew's online too, and he's just like he doesn't have Minecraft, but he's playing something. You guys mind if he like jumps into the chat with us?" Like, yeah, no problem, whatever. And then after like 3 hours of us four sitting there and talking, we're just like, "Fuck it, like this is gonna happen," you know. Like we got a name already. Drew like drafted some shit up. I drafted up a logo like so like that. The logo that we used actually it got drafted up within like 30 minutes. We just got like, as soon as we said like this is gonna happen, I just like sat down, started working on the shit. It was like, fuck it, we'll make it happen. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And you know, it's IMU's changed a lot over the course of time that it's been around.
Yeah, it
Um,
has. Yeah.
what started out with like the original members of me, Ash, Rima, Drew, Josh, who isn't even on the site anymore, and Dave, it just kind of like the numbers dwindled. Uh, at the moment, it's just Mark and me and Carly once in a while because she's got a lot of stuff going on. So it's been drastic changes, and I know a lot of people just kind of go to me and say like this is my channel, but I've never actually felt like it was my channel in the sense like I know I'm still one of the original members that's on it, but I like to think of it as a channel where whoever's working on it with me, it's our channel. You know, it's like I don't like to fucking claim it as my own.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what shows, I guess, do you have on at the moment?
Well, what we started out doing was those button brawl things, which
Yeah.
kind of got sparked up with the idea of what Achievement Hunter does with verses.
Hmm.
We figured it'd be cool that rather than just always doing videos where we're playing games together, just do some competitive shit, you know, and just kind of see what happens with that. And they were never meant to be like long videos, just anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes, and whatever game we got, and just kind of go at it. And we're actually thinking about including once a month a community member into the videos. That way, we could start including the community again back into the channel. Because that was one thing we really loved about IMU was the fact that when we did the podcast, we would have like a monthly guest or bi-weekly guest from the community, and we got to meet more people that way.
Yeah.
So definitely with Button Brawl, we're looking forward to just bringing that back. And I think I already got somebody lined up for the next Button Brawl that we're gonna actually have with the first community member, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be Shelby from the site.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. She's a cool chick, so it
She's a
should
lot
be
of
cool.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it just kind of it's getting to the point where we got to figure out who has what at this point with consoles, and
Yeah.
especially with the current gen. Not everybody has an Xbone. Not everybody has a PS4. A lot of people got rid of their 360s to get Xbones, so it gets a little bit hard, but we're finding solutions and just trying to you know fuck around with it and see what happens.
Ah, cool. So let's talk about something completely different.
Okay.
Let's talk about Magic, the
Yes.
Gathering. I've only recently got into it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying playing it. Well, me and my friends, we did a sealed deck tournament like a few days ago, and I'm not very good, so I lost all 5 games. But it was just like I got to the end of it, and I was like, I don't care that I lost all 5 games. I had an absolutely amazing time. So yeah, like it's been great recently. But how did you start playing Magic, and like how long have you been playing?
Well, I started playing Magic when I was like 13, and I didn't really play. It was like at that point I was just like, "Oh, these fucking cards look cool." And I didn't really start playing until I went to see my cousin in Poland over summer vacation. And I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you play Magic? I play Magic. Like, look at my deck." And he's like, this is shit. You don't know what you're doing. You just threw in the pretty pictures. I'm like, how did you know? He goes, because nothing fucking works in this deck, you idiot. I was like, oh, okay. Can you fix this for me? I want to actually be able to play. And it's like he made me like some shitty ass deck from the fucking cards that I had, and I would get my ass whooped like every time because these guys like would play for like long periods, so they knew all like the mechanics and stuff and had like really good constructed decks. And I'd just be like, look at my 1 mana fucking festering goblin. This thing looks cool. And then I would never win. And I stopped after that. And once I started working with Rowan because we work at the same place. Sundays when we would take lunch, we were like, fuck it, let's play Magic, like I found out he's got cards. I was like, I have a few decks, let's just fuck around with it. And we would play once in a while, but it was never consistent. And up until about, let's say, 2 months ago, we really started playing where it's me, Mark, him being Rowan, and
Yep.
3 other guys that we get together every Thursday now. And we call it the Gathering, because Magic.
Yeah.
And
Oh, nice.
yeah. And we just kind of fuck around with it and just build decks and play with it. And we do like sealed booster box every month.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking to do it frequently, but like, yeah, we're getting a Magic 2015 box at some point soon. We just did a Carnes one, which was probably a bad idea.
Yeah, we did cons. Fuck man, I got such a shitty draw. I got nothing
It was so
good.
difficult. It's so difficult to
Yeah.
build a deck with those cards because most things you need to have 3 colors, and
Absolutely.
3 colors is difficult to get all the synergy right. And that's just like,
Well, I mean, cons is great because you get those cards that like you get multiple lands plus you gain a life from them, and those are great. I mean, unfortunately,
Yeah.
they come in tap, but still, it's a great way to build up energy fast and still have just build up health as well.
yeah,
Luckily, we went to the cons pre-release like with the hell tournament type thing, so we got a little
Yeah.
booster box set like deck thing
oh okay,
from cons. So we already had a few cons on top of the box that we bought. So the first time we played it, the draw sucked ass. I didn't win any games. Got my ass handed to me. But last week when we actually played, I managed to like fix up the deck a bit with the cons cards that I had previously to that.
yeah,
So it wasn't too bad. I built up this deck where just like such solid defense that Rowan was just like, I can't fucking do anything. Like you're just fucking blocking everything. I'm like, hey, fuck you. So that was pretty cool. But I definitely liked Magic, the 2015 box a lot better because I didn't know what slivers were at the time. And I noticed that I got them. I'm like, oh, these things like power each other up. They look like they're fucking pretty cool looking too. It's like I'm gonna fuck around with this. And I built a pretty solid deck out of them, and it's definitely my strongest deck at the moment. And I love them. I love the slivers.
yeah. My friends are trying to build a sliver deck. It's just like what. No, I haven't even seen that mechanic, so I'm just like I don't even know what they're trying to achieve there. So
Yeah, slivers are great because they could become so overpowering so fast, and they're great for crowd control. Especially like there's cards like that I need to get. There's one fucking card that I want is a sliver that gives you all your slivers death touch too. And having
oh,
that,
Christ.
and it's just like
Yeah.
when you manage to pull that out, and if you have trample, like all your slivers have trample as well. We just found out that the mechanic of death touch and trample is amazing.
Yeah,
Because not only does you take out the monster that would block you, because you deal 1 damage to the monster, that's an immediate death, and then whatever remaining damage still goes through, so you're just basically fucking ripping the fucking next player up. It's great.
yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, just yeah. So yeah, Magic. I'm really just getting into it. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so much fun. I spent a few hours yesterday just sitting while I was watching and catching up with like all the videos and things that I've missed. I just like sat and I built the deck from the cards that I got on the sealed like that we did on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, the deck I built was terrible, so I'm just trying to build a better one. I
Right.
think I've achieved that now, so hopefully I can win one. But we're like keeping our 40 card decks to the side so we can like just modify them slightly. But we're keeping it to the cards that we drew,
Yeah.
like in the sealed. So it's just like, oh, we're just
We did
just
this.
trying to keep them separate as well.
Yeah, we did the same thing last week where we just specifically built a cons deck. So that way we just like the cards don't fucking just go lay in the corner and we never actually use them. So we
Yeah.
were just like, okay, we'll do a cons one this month, and I forget what we're doing next month. I think it might be Nyx. I think I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. we're going to M 2015. Actually, that's my birthday party.
Nice,
we're
man.
getting a sealed, and we're getting a 2015 box.
That's
and
fucking
playing
legit.
sealed. So I'm just like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool birthday because
that's
I had a great time
absolutely
last
legit.
time.
I should fucking think about doing that for my fucking 26. That would be fucking great.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, I guess we've reached the point in the show where we get to near the end, and then I'm like, oh, my defenses are down, and I get you to ask me a question about anything that you would like to know about me or any experiences that I've had or anything like that. So feel free to ask me anything. I'm vamping just a little bit because I forgot to warn you beforehand that this is what I was going to do.
All right.
Yeah, so feel free to ask me anything. If it's something I'm not 100% comfortable with, I might veto it, but so far I haven't had to do that, and
Okay.
I try to be as honest and open as possible.
All right. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my pajamas, and that is all I am wearing.
Ooh.
Just my blue with black star pajamas, and that's all I've got on.
Sexy.
Because it's like an hour and a quarter past bedtime, so yeah, that's the thing.
What so you've just acquired an Xbox and a PS4.
Yes,
correct?
I have. Yes.
What titles are you looking forward to, and are you going to be doing, like, do you have any specifics where, like, that any titles that will be coming out for both systems? Like, are you going to be getting anything specifically for one system, for another system? Are you gearing towards one more than the other, or are you just going to do, like, exclusives specifically?
I wanted the one for the Master Chief Collection, and I wanted the PS4 specifically for Bloodborne, which is out in March next year.
Right, because you're a Dark Souls boy.
Because I'm a Dark Souls fan, yes. So that was what was most appealing to me. As for the other games, I got Advanced Warfare for the PS4, which is just a game. It doesn't matter to me.
Right.
And it just because it came with the bundle, and I was just like, screw it. I'll just get it because it'll boost up the amount of games that I've got.
Yeah.
And then the PS4 has all the games free on PS Plus, especially as you need PS Plus to play Destiny, which I had on PS3, and then I transferred up to PS4. So I was just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, there's not many specific exclusives. Maybe I'll get Sunset Overdrive because it looks awesome.
Yeah, that game does look amazing.
It does look good, but that's the only one I really want for the Xbone that I can't get on both. There's a game called Lords of the Fallen as well, which is a Dark Souls-esque RPG, but apparently you get OP about halfway through the game and it becomes way less challenging.
Really? That's kind of upsetting.
I'm just like, but then again, it might just be that people that have played Dark Souls are just used to that kind of gameplay. So, like, once you figure out that you get OP and you understand the mechanics of the game, it might just be that the game actually just becomes easy and ticks over. So, yeah, it's just a weird thing. Like games, the games that are coming out, I don't know. I don't really keep up with what games are coming out. I can't really think. I don't even know what's being released this week. Like, I have absolutely no idea. Like,
I'll tell you.
I'm sure there's a huge game coming out this week.
Yep, I'll tell you exactly what's coming out this week because I'm fucking a little short on cash, so I canceled all my pre-orders, or so I thought. Getting out of class today, I get a text message from Amazon saying, "Hey, Dragon Age Inquisition has been sent out. You'll get it tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, well then, I guess I'm playing Dragon Age."
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those games I was looking forward to. I was just like, fuck it. I'm like, again, I'm strapped for cash. I'll fucking hold off on it. I still got Evil Within to play, and I just started playing Tales of Vesperia because I've had it for like a year and I haven't touched it. And I was like, fuck it, I want to play an RPG. And, well, now I'm going to be probably doing a stream on Wednesday of that. So.
Ah, cool. Wednesday is D&D night, so I won't be around to watch it, unfortunately.
Nice.
So yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I think we're coming to the end of our first campaign.
That's fucking dope.
Oh my god, first campaign.
Yeah, I gotta convince these fucking pricks that I play with to fucking do some D&D. It would be great. Just one of those things, like, not everybody always shows up, and it's a pain in the ass, and nobody's consistent enough to do it, but
yeah,
maybe one day.
Yeah, I mean, we set aside Wednesday nights for D&D, and Friday nights, and now when we play Magic, obviously Friday Night Magic.
Right.
But I've had to change my Taekwondo training schedule to fit that, rather than be left out and just be like, I've got all these cards I can't play. So it's like, yeah, especially for Magic, it's like yeah, and they need a 6-person team to play D&D because we have one Dungeon Master and 5 other people.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I've been inspired by playing it as well to be like, I'm gonna write my own campaign, and like that's been taking up a whole bunch of my time as well. So I'm just like, my God, do I ever rest?
Fuck it, you never rest when you're a geek. There's always awesome
No, I
stuff
know. There's
going on.
always things to do. You can play games. You can write campaigns. You can just go into everything. Write music as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God!
I
It's
just
so much fun.
lately I've also had those moments where like there's so much to do and I want to do so many things and I just sit there and stare at my fucking TV because I can't like get myself to do anything. So like fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I spent all weekend just catching up on videos I've missed and Doctor Who and all that stuff, and I was just like, got to the end of yesterday, and I was just like, I've caught up with so much stuff. I think I know everything that went on, but I'm still just like, I'm sure there's still things I'm missing and still things I want to catch up on. I know the last episode of VGHS came out today, and I was just like, I got in at like quarter to 10, and I was like, okay, I don't think I can watch it tonight, but I'll have to watch it tomorrow. It's just like, I wish I could watch it. It's gonna be so awesome. But anyway, I'm rambling, and I think we've kind of reached the end of the show. So, would you like to promote yourself away? Where can we find you? What's the IMU channel? Where can that be found? Where can you be found on Rooster Teeth and other avenues of the internet that we use? I guess.
Well, on the Rooster Teeth website, you could find me as Raf, R-A-F. On YouTube, you could find the channel under it's youtube.com/IMU podcast. And on Twitter, you could find the IMU Twitter at IMU_collab. And you could find me on Twitter at Raf_naps. So that's that. I think that covers most social media.
Yeah, I think it does, definitely. Yeah. Especially all the ones that we typically frequent. So, yeah. Right, anyway, thank you, Raf, very much for being my guest.
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem at all. And with that, thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.